Hi guys, today I'm back with another Learn Slovene with Sandra video. Since we've done quite a few kind of grammatically themed recently, I thought today I would do a vocabulary video and teach you how to pronounce or how to say and how to write all the different family members in Slovene. So yeah, that's what we're learning today, and let's just jump straight into it. The first word that we're gonna learn is mother. In Slovene, we have kind of three different words for a mother. The first one is mati, then we have mama, and the third one is mami. Now, mati and mama to me are very formal, quite archaic almost in a way, and you wouldn't hear people use them very often in like day-to-day conversations. They're mostly words that you would like use in an essay, like in school. But yeah, most people in Slovenia call their mother mami. When it comes to father, we also have three different forms. The first one is oče, then we have oči, and the third one is ati. Again, oče is slightly archaic, a bit formal, and you wouldn't often hear young people use it these days. But oči and ati are interchangeable. I would say like 50% of the population call their dads oči and the other 50% ati. Then we have parents. Parents in Slovene are starši, and we have a husband, which is mož, and a wife is žena. You can also have a fiancé. In Slovene we have two different words. The male version is zaročenec, and the female counterpart, I guess, is zaročenka. You can also have a partner, which is very similar in Slovene. We just say partner. Or you could have a boyfriend, which in Slovene is fant, or a girlfriend, which is punca. Moving on to children. Children in Slovene are otroci, but if you only want to say one child, a child, you would say otrok. A son would be sin, and a daughter would be hčerka. And then a brother is brat, and a sister is sestra. We don't use the word sibling in Slovenia. So if you want to say you have siblings, you would just say you have brothers and sisters. So yeah, siblings in Slovene is bratje in sestre. I also have the word twin on the list. Again, in Slovene we have two different versions. If we're talking about a male who's a twin, it would be dvojček. And if we're talking about a female who's a twin, she would be dvojčica. The dual form would be dvojčka for like either two males or a mixed pair of a male and a female. And female twins would be dvojčici. Moving on to the extended family, we have a grandmother, which can be either mama, babica, or nona. Now, nona is a very regional word, but it is used in Slovenia, so I added it in. It is used in the Primorska region, which is like the seaside region. So yeah, if you hear someone say that they have a nona, they are most likely from the Primorska region. But the words mama or babica are more generally used and interchangeable. Whichever people use, I guess it just depends on preference. Now, a grandfather can be either dedek, ata, or again, nono. Nono, again, is a regional word from the Primorska region, but ata and dedek are interchangeable and widely used. The translation for the word grandparents in Slovene is stari starši. Then a grandson would be unuk, a granddaughter would be unukinja, and grandchildren, again, we don't have like a specific word. We would just say unuki in unukinje. Then we have a great grandfather. We would say pradedek, and when it comes to a great grandma, people in Slovenia would say prababica, and then great grandparents would be prastarši. Then we have an uncle, which in Slovene is stric, an aunt would be teta, a cousin would be bratranec if he's a male, or sestrična if she's a female. A nephew would be nečak, and a niece would be nečakinja. I've also decided to cover family members from mixed families, I guess. So a stepfather would either be oči or a krušni oče. Krušni oče, like, I don't know, you wouldn't really hear people say it, but it's like a proper, like one of the proper words. Again, to me, it just sounds very archaic and kind of formal, but you would definitely hear people say ocim. And then the same for a stepmother, we have either macheha or krushna mati. Krushna mati, people don't really use that word, but yeah, they would say macheha, although in Slovene, macheha has like an almost kind of a negative connotation, but yeah, that's I guess the proper word. Then a stepson would be pastorek, and a stepdaughter would be pastorka. If you have a half brother, you would say pobrat. Po literally means half, so it's a literal translation, and the same goes for half sister. She would just be posestra. And now the last group that we have to cover are the in-laws. So the father-in-law would be tast, a mother-in-law would be tashcha. Again, the in-laws would be tast in tashcha, son-in-law would be zet, daughter-in-law would be snaha, brother-in-law would be svak, and a sister-in-law would be svakinja. And I think that is all. I hope I didn't forget anyone. But yeah, now that you know all the words and you also know how to conjugate the verb to be and the possessive pronouns as well, because we've covered that in the previous 2 videos, which will be linked in the description box in case you have missed them. But yeah, now that you know all these things, you can actually say who's who in your family. So for example, Katja is my sister. I would say Katja je moja sestra. Katja is obviously a name. Je is the verb to be. Moja means my, and sestra is a sister. So yeah, you can form sentences. You can also kind of change the word order, and you could say moja sestra je Katja. So my sister is Katja. That's it for this video. If you want a handy transcript of this lesson, you can check out the link in my description box. But yeah, that's everything for today's lesson. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you found it useful, and I'll see you soon in my next Learn Slovene with Sandra video, or even sooner if you also watch my weekly travel vlogs, whatever the heck I upload these days. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye!
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking.